Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. And I want to say Shalom to Yachman Aklot out there pursuing this truth diligently. Coming at you once again with another lesson. This one's titled, Give Me a Head with Hair, Laws Regarding Hair. Okay, and this title is a reference to an old song by the Cowsills. Alright, give me a head with hair, long, beautiful hair. It's old song. But, goofy ass song, right? Talking about letting his hair grow long. So I want to put that as a reference. And I think their Apostle Gabar had a similar title at one point. So just laws regarding hair. Alright, and this isn't necessarily just the head on your hair, the hair on your head. All right, it's also dealing with the hair on your face. All right, and then for women, your hair and covering your hair, right, and baldness and all that, right. I haven't done a lesson about it in a while, and the Spirit's been lightly was on me for a while now. I kept on popping in my head over and over and do a lesson on hair, I was like, I've kind of done it a lot, and it's kind of like a more of a milk topic, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it. All right, so give me a head with hair, laws regarding hair. Okay, now we're going to start up John 14 and 15, okay, which reads, this is red letters, so this is Yahweh Shai speaking, right? It says, do we want to read up? Well, we got the point in 14. I will read up just from 1. This is verse 14. John chapter 14 and verse 14. It says, "If ye ask anything in my name, I will do it. If ye love me, keep my commandments." Okay, so if you love the Lord, you got to keep His commandments. Okay, and we're gonna get into some of His commandments. All right, there's laws all through Leviticus. All right, of course, we got one in Ezekiel and Corinthians as 1 Corinthians as well. Okay, now there's plenty of scriptures that we could go from here. If you just look up keeping the commandments, let's see. Let's just see what we get. Well, it's not going to be that easy, but we can get, no, that's not the one. We'll be getting that a little bit later, though. I don't have that one. Do we have that 10 and 23? No, but we'll be getting that, Lord willing. It's, This is 2 Timothy 3 and 16. It says, "All scripture is given by inspiration of Yahweh and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, and instruction in righteousness." So that's why we have these scriptures, to tell you what you can do and what you can't do. There's another scripture. 2nd Esdras 7 and 21 says, "For Yahweh hath given straight commandment to such as came, what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment." But if you continue on, Jake doesn't listen. We'll get it. Verse 22. "Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spake against him and imagined vain things, and deceived themselves by their wicked deeds, and said of the Most High that he is not, and knew not his ways." Slovakia, bear with me. The rug is doing its thing again. Alright, "and knew not his ways." Alright. "And knew not his ways, but his law have they despised." There you go. The law. Alright, "but his law have they despised." "I don't like that I can't cut my hair. I like getting edge ups." Can't do them. We'll get that in a minute. "What you mean I can't get an edge up?" Means you can't get an edge up. Alright, 2nd Esdras 7 and 24. And while you're at it and while you're complaining and crying, go and wipe that chalk off your fucking forehead from last week's haircut. It looks retarded. It says, "But his law have they despised, and denied his covenants, and his statutes have they not been faithful and have not performed his works? There you go. And then we'll get on 25, and then we'll go on and move on from there. It says, and therefore, Esdras, for the empty are empty things, and for the full are the full things. So you just, hey, if you love the Lord, you're going to keep his commandments, all right? Everything in this book, all right, is profitable for doctrine, reproof, correction, all right? And if you go back, as it says, his law have they despised, the law that was given to who? The Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, our people, okay? Those are the names we go by. But who are we really? We're really Southern Kingdom and Northern Kingdom, right? Judah, Levi, Benjamin, all right? Manasseh, Naphtali, Issachar, Gad, right? All these tribes, all right? But we go by, we're narrowed down into 3 groups, either, black, Latino, or a Native American, who they just call Indian, all right? That's who we're whittled down to at that point, all right? Even though we're all these tribes, they just call us, one of those. All right, Latino, black, or Native American, which they don't even say Native American, they just say Indian, which is fucking incorrect, first of all, but that's besides the point, okay? So, that's that, okay? But that's who we are, and the law was given to Israel, all right? Us being Israel, okay, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who not all the time happen to look like a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American, all right? Sometimes we'll look a little bit different. All right, sometimes we'll look a bit lighter. As you can tell, you're looking at me. I don't look necessarily. I could fit the category of Latino occasionally if I get some sunlight, but I definitely can't fall in the category of a so-called Negro, even though I go back, I believe, all right, through the line of Judah. Okay, now through my lineage, it would seem to be Issachar. All right, because it's being so-called Mexicans, but I believe it's actually I believe it's Judah. All right, because I already had a tiny little bit of a thought just to how the culture I grew up with and the things that I liked, and then when I met other Judites that happened to say the same, you just might be a Judite. Well, I guess I'm a Judite. Makes sense with me. Feels right, feels right. And then I don't really get along too much with Issachar. Generally in the world, they give me more issues than Judites do. All right, growing up, I had more problems and troubles with Issachar than Judah. So who knows? It seems like the tribal rivalry, right? With the tribes, and Judah and the war, having animosity towards each other. So it's something like that, more than likely. But that's besides the point. This lesson's not about me. It's about you. All right, you. Well, it's about me in a sense because I have to follow these laws as well. All right. If you look at my hair and you look at my beard, all right, we'll touch on that in a minute. All right. Because there's laws, man, of what you can do and what you can't do. So we're going to jump right into Leviticus, if I could speak right. Leviticus 21:5. And I don't know how long this lesson's going to go. Probably be a little bit of a shorter one. But we'll see. Leviticus 21:5. Here you go. They shall not make baldness upon their head, neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard, nor make any cuttings in their flesh. And when you're taking a razor blade and shaving your face, all right, that's making cuttings in your flesh. Now, as far as shaving, other parts of your body, that's I'm not gonna really go into that, all right, especially, but your arms or legs or anything. We're talking about face, all right. And for you women that are like, you got a mustache, you can go ahead and do that. That's different, all right. That's different. That's even been said by the elders, right? You might want to go ahead and shave that, all right, if you got a mustache as a female. All right, there's a difference. All right, there's a difference. This is for the men, okay? So, and we can't make baldness, so we can't take a blade, all right, a razor blade, a razor on head. I'll get a video, not a video, but a picture of it. You can't go ahead and do there. You can't take that blade to the top of your head, and make it bald like this, okay? There it is. That's what I wanted. A straight razor. You can't take that straight razor, right, and chop that shit off. You can't do that, man. All right, and you see how he's bleeding? That's a cutting, man. That's a cutting, okay? And they get that shit, shave you all close as fuck. All right, look how they cut in the beard. All right, look. Neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard. Now, if you look up edged up beard, you can see this shit, man. Look, and they do it on all sorts of different colors of guys. Alright, look at this shit. Edge ups, this too, Jake. Edging up your forehead. Alright, rounding around the ears. Alright, cutting into your beard like that. Can't do it. They shall not make baldness upon their head. This is baldness. There was hair at that point, and what you did was you took a razor. Now you can take like a regular buzzer, and do what you need to do. All right, a regular buzzer, and that doesn't mean take the shit down to the fucking brim. You need to have a protector on it. All right, at least like a something, man. You need to have you can go pretty damn close. If you go with a buzz cut, you can get a buzz cut. You can get pretty damn low down there, like something like this. Of course, it looks like he's cut into the sides, but you can go low, man. You can go even lower than this, but you can go like that. All right, where you can almost see your head, but at the same time, this is a good example, and this is a female, but this is a good example. You can go low like that, man. You can go low, and it doesn't look like she's really had too much. It's kind of a men thing to have them cutting into their forehead, but you can do this. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you start doing this, you can see they took that shit and they and here's a good example right there. Look, see that? You cut into your hairline, all right, and you got that razor sharp edge, bam. All right, you can't do that. All right, that's those bald fades. You can't do that. Cutting this line into your eyebrow and you can't do it, man. You can't do that bald fade, man. You can't fade the edges out here like that. Now you can do a fade to an extent if you go from you do the whole top as like a 3, and then go down to like a 1 on the sides. That's fine, but you can't take that clipper off and go down, bald with it, like this, where you get bald. Okay, you can't get bald like that because they got bald right around here. You can even have as much as a little, just tiny little hair. It don't matter how much is their hair there, as long as you're not taking that razor and just fucking, shaving that shit all the way off to where it's, it's bald. You can't put baldness. Look. See how he had this here? Look, he had the widow's peak, and ain't nobody want that. Hey, well, guess what? You got to keep it. You can't cut into that shit, okay? You can't do this. That's off. You can't do that. See, look, you did it 1, all right? And that ain't no 1 that did this. All right, they got rid of that. That was bald. That was a razor that did that. All right, because a 1 will not get rid of the hair. It will just cut it very, 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 very low. All right, a razor is what is going to actually remove all of that hair. You can't do that. If you have that, hey, that sucks. You got to be stuck with that, man. There's things that I don't like about my hairline, but I got to be stuck with it anyway, man. Okay, there's certain things, that I don't necessarily like. I'd like this to do certain other things, but hey, you can't do it. All right, there's, some people, my beard doesn't grow full. Well, if you look on my side of my beard, you can see it. The shit don't even add up. So you can see this. It's patchy up in here, man. And then over here, it's a little bit better. But guess what? I can't go and shave that off, man. I can't go and shave that off. My beard's all messed up now. But I can't go and shave that off. That's just something I have to deal with, It's all crooked as shit now. What the hell? What can you do? That'll work. But that's a little bit better. But yeah, that piece drives me nuts too. And I'm just messing with my beard. But yeah, man, so it, not, you can see, a lot of us ain't got the best, some of us might not have the best hair. We might not grow the best facial hair, but hey, what can you do? Like, I got that, this shit doesn't grow together all straight here. All right. But what can you do, man? That's an Issaquah thing though. That's a trait, at least. That's a so-called Mexican thing. This shit not growing together. It just kind of parts out and then it grows down long down here. And it don't go together on the sides. So hey, everybody's facial hair is different, and everybody's hairline's different. All right, and then luckily, call all you how about Shimmy Shai. I'm blessed. I don't really got nothing like that going down. I just got a big ass forehead. That's all I got. But as far as like this is pretty. Some people's shit goes down here, like Eddie Munster and shit. Luckily, I don't have to deal with that. Call all you how about Shimmy Shai for that. But some people are gonna have to deal with that. Hey, that's what you've been dealt with, all right? You might have something that goes down like this, a widow's peak. That's how it is, but you can't go and chop that shit off, bro. You can't. You just can't do it. All right, don't get mad at me. It's the Lord who said it. You can't go and put designs, all right, into your forehead. You can't do the star, all right? You can't do this little slip, all right? You can't do none of this. That's baldness right there. You put baldness. It's an example. You know what I'm talking about with the bald fades, the edge up. You cannot do it. If you want to do a fade where you go from a 5 to a 1 or a 5 to a 2, go for it. But you cannot go from a 5 to a razor. You cannot put that razor to your face. You cannot. There's no reason ever to have a razor blade on your face. You cannot do that. No razors on your face, okay, or head, all right, or around the ears or on the back. None of it. You can't do it. Okay, you can't do it. So let's go and get let's continue on, right? So we'll read it again. Leviticus 21:5. They shall not make baldness upon their head, neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard, nor make any cuttings in their flesh. And honestly, brothers, I recommend just cutting your hair yourself if you can manage it, because some people will, these people, these barbers you go to, you can tell them not to do that, but they'll, I'd assume, I don't really go to barbers. I cut my own hair, all right? So if I ever be looking fucked up, hey, that's because I cut it. So, that's just how it goes. If you go to Hair Buzzer, or hair trimmer, I guess it would be called, you get one of these, right? You can get one of these, and it comes with these clips. You can use this clip. You can use this. You cannot just use this razor by itself, okay? You cannot just take the bald razor like this to the top of your head, okay? You have to use a 1 or something. I don't know. I don't care if they make a 0.5, okay? It cannot be bald. You cannot buzz the shit. You have to have a protector on there, a clipper. You can't just take the bare and take it all the way off bald. You can't do it. Can't do it. You have to have, a protector, right? A 1 or a 2 or a 3 or something, man. There has to be something on it, okay? So, I think I stressed that enough. Said, they shall not make baldness upon their head, neither shall, and that means the head. This is your neck, right? This is your neck right here, on up. That's your head. So you can't make baldness up here, can't make baldness right here, can't make baldness right here, or right here, or around here, or right here, or here. I don't really like this, what do they call it, the soul patch, not too much, because it kind of gets in the way sometimes, but guess what, gotta keep it, all right? I'd like it to grow down in, but it doesn't really do that, so hey, but I gotta keep it, all right? Can't cut it off, it's gotta stay. Okay, it's not about, I don't like the way it looks. Well, figure out what you can do within your means lawfully. Okay, so let's continue on to Leviticus 19:27. Okay, it says, neither shall they cut off the corner of their beard. So you can't separate this shit from the sideburn and the edge. You can't cut this down and pull this up. Can't do it. Nor make any cuttings in their flesh. When you take that razor. Alright, what do you gotta do? You gotta get the little pieces of toilet paper and fucking put it on a little bit everywhere, Oh shit, gotta get that aftershave, you gotta do all that shit. Looking like Macaulay Culkin. Alright. So yeah, we did it all, that Brute, that fucking what's the other one? Brute. There's another little bottle, it's blue, aftershave. Nivea, the Nivea. Alright, the Aqua Velva, that's another one. The ones I used to use is like Aqua Velva, Ice Blue. Ice Blue is the one that's the one my dad used to use too. Or you get the Brute. And they smell good. Honestly. They do smell good. Alright, Bay Rum, you don't really see that anymore. Yeah, but you don't really, Tobacco, that's another one you see a lot. The ones you see a lot, you always see Brute, and you always see Aqua Velva, man. Those are the old school ones. Aqua Velva, and they smell good. Actually, matter of fact, I was in the in that aisle, around that aisle where they keep all that stuff, and toothbrushes, the shaving on one side, toothbrushes on one side, and toothpaste, all that. And I was contemplating even getting some of that aftershave just to smell it, just to have it to smell good, but it don't really last like cologne do. But it smells really good, man. A lot of those smell pretty good, like especially the Brute. It's old school. But hey, you can't like shave and you can't do it, man. Just can't do it. This is Leviticus 19 in verse 27. It says, ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shall thou mar the corners of thy beard. And when you take that razor and you start cutting into it, cutting down, start trimming this back, all right, buzzing this up, that's what is that doing? That's marring the corners of thy beard. All right, all these corners right here, all these corners, right, and you're shaving that down to that Roman shit. You can't do it. Sorry, you just can't do it. That's just, you can't. All right. There's many a times where my mustache has gotten in the way, and I said, man, I wish I could cut it, but you guess what? You can't. All right, you can't. And also, I look ridiculous without a mustache. But it gets itchy. You're like, man, I just cut it, because that's what I used to do back in the world. I used to get itchy or whatever, and just cut it off. All right, but it's been, I've had this mustache since You know, since I came into the truth, really, since I stopped cutting, doing all that stuff. All right, not really. Not really. I wouldn't say since I came into the truth, but after I learned that you can't do that, which I don't know how long was into the truth, but I stopped since then. All right, and the only thing I do is I take you know, like you can get those, like they're little like mustache scissors. Let me see. These things. You can get these mustache. You can get, yeah, they're like this. They're tiny. They're like this big. All right, and you can get that, and that's what I use. All right, I just use those. These are actually pretty cool. Look at that. Takumi no Waza stainless steel whisker beard mustache. That's cool, and I use that, and that's what I use, man. Get yourself one of these. Get you a real good pair. If you want to spend like something I have, you want to spend $30. Get you some good ones, man. Get you some Seki Edge or whatever. Stainless steel 902, whatever the hell you want, right? Stainless steel will probably be good because those won't rush. I just got these cheapies, man. You can get this, you can get a little set like this, man. Yeah, you don't know. Get you a little brush, however you want to do it, man, and go from there, man. Go from there. Can't do a straight razor though. Can't do a straight razor. Can't do that, but you can use these. All right, you can use these, and you know that's how I. Oh, well, you couldn't even see Slakia here. You can get you one of these. You know, like this is the Takumi no Waza stainless steel. Probably get some stainless steel, something like this, you know, and they're like this big. And you know, you can even get a set like this. Look, this comes with like a bigger one, a smaller one, this bigger one, smaller one for like your mustache, bigger one for like the beard, and then you also get a comb. And well, I wouldn't use that because that probably looks like a boar's hair brush. You don't, that shit, you know, don't use none of that. It's just gross. Okay, you know, and just use something else. Use something else. All right, but you know, I don't have anything on deck that I could show you, but because it's all in the bathroom. But you know, get yourself one, get you one of these, man, and then that's how you can fix yourself up. All right, and that's what I use. I use just one of those like this. You know, I go around here. You know, if I see I could use some now, really go down here and I just chop off these ends right here. Boom, boom, boom. Chop those ends off. You know, it's kind of, you know, pull on it, stretch it out, right? See what you're working with. You know, get your comb, stretch it out, see, and then just trim it up. You can trim it low, man. If I wanted to take this all off down to like here, I could do that. And if I wanted to go up to here and just cut all this off, I could. I've had it real low before, you know, looking like this, right? And you can have that, but you cannot shave it off. You can trim it real low. All right, now you don't want to get to the point where it just bristles. All right, but you can trim it. You can trim it pretty low. All right, and there's not too much you can do about on this side. You can, you know, trim it and all that stuff. But as far as mustache, like I said, my shit grows down, or it'll get over my lip. All right, and so I just take that and I just trim it. All right, right around here. I trim up these sides, and then that's what I do. You know, sometimes you get the unibrow growing. All right, and I just trim that up. You know, see, boom, boom, boom. You can groom, man. You're allowed to groom. You just can't take a razor and just take that shit off. All right, you can't take that razor, get that fucking Gillette, and just shave that shit out. You can't do it. Can't do it, man. Can't. All right, but you can trim, and it's actually encouraged. You're encouraged to trim. All right, you are encouraged to trim. All right, even the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone say it. You should trim. You don't want to look like a fucking jackass. You know, you're over here, you know, like beard, mustache over your lips, so you couldn't even talk. You know, and you got your beard, you know, looking all weird and crazy and wild. You know, make sure it's at least decent looking. You know, you trim it up, you know, get rid of the scragglies, however you want to do it, man. Make it look good. All right, but can't edge up your beard like that. Can't do it. Can't do that with scissors. You have to use a razor for that. Okay, can't do it. So ye shall not round the corners of your head, neither shall thou mar the corners of thy beard. And you can even, you know, even on your beard, like from right around down here. I don't like doing it down below, but the buzzer. All right, I put like a 1 on it. All right, if I'm doing like a 1 or a 2 on the top of my head, I go down to about, let me see myself. If I go down to about, I'll go down to about like right here, right? You can see like right down here, and I'll just from here on up. All right, I'll take the buzzer, and with a guard on it, like a 1, and I'll just go up. All right, but then I don't really touch down here, because down from here you can just use the scissors, and you don't want it. You know, I worry. I don't know if it's gonna snag or what it's gonna do, but from sideburns up. All right, sideburns up, boom, and I just buzz that. All right, and my hair's a little wild right now, but it's still short. You know, it's still short because I recently buzzed it maybe like last month or so. But I have real fast growing hair. So I gotta, within a month or two, I gotta, if I wanted to keep it short, I'd have to do it again. But Leviticus 19:27, ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shall thou mar the corners of thy beard. Rounding ear hair. How to round up, there it is, rounding around the ear. Can't do that, man. Can't round around the ear like that. So, shaping neckline, can't do it. You can go straight across with, see, you can't use that without the guard on it, man. You have to have a guard on it. You can use that guard, and you can even go down to the lowest guard you got and try to blend it in a little bit, but you can't use the straight, just regular, because there's still going to be hair even if you use like a 1 or even a lower than a 1, but you can't use the bare razor, man. You can't do it. Nothing I can help you with right there. You just can't do it. You're still going to have the hair there even if you use a 0.1, but it'll look more blended. Okay? Leviticus 19:27. Ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shall thou mar the corners of thy beard. You can trim, but you can't cut into it, man. Alright? Well, there's brothers that are bald. What do you mean for the brothers that are bald? There's bald brothers. Yeah, well, they went bald. They didn't, they didn't make themselves bald. Why would you make yourself bald? They went bald. Okay? So, Leviticus 13:40 through 41. It says, and the man whose hair is fallen off his head, he is bald, yet he is clean. It says, and he that hath his hair fallen off from the part of his head towards his face, he is forehead bald, yet is he clean. So he's fine, he's not wicked because he doesn't have hair. Alright, he's clean. Alright, he's clean. He just, by no doing of his own, his hair fell out. Alright, that's by one mean or another, using a bunch of hair products when you're younger, getting haircuts all the time, bad, just bad genetic, you might run in the family. You might have baldness that runs in the family. You might have, all sorts of shit that runs in the family. It might not get fully bald, but you might get like pockets of hair patches that are missing. All right, for me on the side, I get patching. My beard don't really grow as thick as I'd like it to. All right, and I see brothers like elders, I should say, elders and brothers. I see Elder Manata Zalban. He got a nice full beard. I'm like, damn, man, I wish my beard grew like that, all right? But at the same time, hey, every brother's different. Every brother's different. Every brother's got different facial hair, all right? And there's other brothers that have facial hair just like me, and they're more patchier, all right, scraggly, the pirate, right? The pirate cut, all right? Slocky, I gotta keep on switching back, but the patchier, that pirate look. So let me read Leviticus 13:40 and 41 again now that I have it on the screen. It says, and I think we already read that one though. Leviticus 19:27 when it was on the screen, but this one wasn't. Leviticus 13:40 through 41. And the man whose hair is fallen off his head, he is bald, yet he is clean. And he that hath his hair fallen off from the part of his head towards his face, he is forehead bald, yet is he clean. Okay, so they're still clean. I think my incense went out here. Does it? Or it might have just burnt all the way down. Yeah, it's just done, unfortunately. Oh well. Alright, so we'll continue on. We're almost done. We got Ezekiel 44 and 20. Alright. So, Ezekiel 44 and 20 says, neither shall they shave their heads, nor suffer their locks to grow long. They shall only pull their heads. So, there you go. You should not, neither shall they shave their heads. You cannot shave your head. Okay, nor suffer their locks to grow long. You cannot have long hair. And this isn't talking about dreadlock. A lock of hair is a lock of hair. Okay, it's not a fucking dreadlock. If I said a lock of hair, if I look up lock of hair, what are you gonna get? A lock of hair. That's a lock of hair. Alright? A lock of hair. Alright? That's a lock. Alright? A piece of hair. A lock. Okay? Not a fucking dreadlock. Alright? So, let's go over here and get Ezekiel 44 and 20. And we'll even get Locke for you too. So it says, neither shall they shave their heads, nor suffer their locks.
Strong's H 6545. Perra.
Hair, long hair, locks. Goldilocks, did she have dreadlocks? No, she did not. It was a lock of hair. It says para from Strong's H 6544. Okay, as you can see, to be loose, right? Meaning it's from the root word para from Strong's H 6544, the hair, as disheveled. What does disheveled mean?
Dishevel.
All right, untidy. So it'd mean your hair is untidy. Okay, locks, untidied hair, locks. Okay, long hair of the head, long hair of the head, not a fucking dreadlock. Okay, nor suffer their locks to grow long, they shall only pull their heads. What is pull? And it's gonna say shave, but it's wrong. All right, now well, okay, they got it right. All right, to cut, clip, trim, shear. You can cut your hair, clip your hair, trim your hair. You cannot shave your head. You cannot shave your beard. You cannot shave your face. You can cut your face. You can clip your face. All right, your mustache and all that, but you cannot shave it. You cannot shave it bald. Neither shall they shave their heads, nor suffer their locks to grow long. They shall only pull their heads. So this means you're supposed to be, taking care of your hair as well. You can't let it grow. You can't suffer your locks to grow long. All right, you have to cut it. You have to trim. All right, you have to cut it. All right, you can't just, you can't buzz it, but you can't let it grow long either. You have to cut it with some scissors. All right, that's how you got to do it. All right, and what do you mean? You got to cut your hair? I'm on the Nazarite vow. Oh, get out of here, you silly ass ninja. I'm on the Nazarite vow. All right. Well, when are you gonna buzz it all off, even your eyebrows? When are you gonna do that, huh? 1 Corinthians 11 and 14 through 15. Doth not even nature itself tell you that if a man have long hair, it is a shame unto him? But if a woman, and that's for you men, for you women, you should have long hair. But if a woman have long hair, it is a glory to her, for her hair is given her for a covering. So it's good for you women to have long hair. Your woman's hair is her glory. Okay, we can go. Thought it was in here. Let me see. Yeah, so verse 3, it says, but I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh. It says, every man praying or prophesying having his head covered dishonoreth his head. There's different rules for men and women, all right? There's different rules for men and women. All right, a woman, when she prays, has to have her head covered, okay? A man cannot have his head covered. Okay, a woman has to have her head covered, and a man cannot have his head covered. Like it says in verse 5, but every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered dishonoreth her head, for that is even all one as she were shaven. For if a woman be not covered, let her also be shorn. But if it be a shame for a woman to be shorn or shaven, let her be covered. All right, and then it says, for a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for so much as he is the image of the glory of Yahweh, but woman is the glory of man. Where was it? Let's see. Here it is. I didn't get from verse 15, I don't think. So, verse 14, doth not even nature itself tell you that if a man have long hair, it is a shame unto him? But if a woman have long hair, it is a glory to her. A woman's hair is her glory, for her hair is given her for a covering. There you go. All right. So that's how it goes. There's different things between men and women. Certain men can do certain things. Women can do certain things. All right. For example, if a woman has, fucking mustache on her face, she can go ahead and get rid of that. A man can't do it. Cannot do it. Just like a man can pray with his head uncovered, a woman cannot. All right, just like a woman can put on a hat and pray, a man cannot pray with his hat on. All right, or why he's prophesying. All right, don't get twisted. A woman prophesying. A woman prophesying doesn't mean she's teaching. Okay, that's been gone over a million and one times. Okay, a woman cannot do it. Okay, so keep that in mind. But in the same sense, 1 minute. Slack you. You know, a woman's head has to be covered, but there's another scripture I want to get. This is 1 Corinthians 6 and... Well, actually, we'll just get 1 Corinthians 10 and 23. It says, all things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not. There are certain things that are just not expedient. Okay, so let me get in on this. Expedient. Convenient or practical, all right? Or advisable. Now, there are certain laws that we're not going to say to break the law, but it is understanding if you're not exactly holding them to the T, due to the society that we're in. Okay, just as we are supposed to be wearing fringes, all right, as men at all times. We cannot necessarily do that because you're making a target for yourself. Just as you women, you're supposed to have your head covered, but if your head's covered all the time, it's going to make you a target. All right, and what do you mean? What are you saying, brother? I know this from experience. Okay, I know this from experience. There are women, all right, that I know that are in this truth, that work jobs, all right, and have been asked, constantly pried and asked questions. Why are you always wearing that head covering? Why are you always wearing that head cover? Are you Muslim? Are you, I can't remember if one said they got asked if they were an Israelite, but just putting that out there, okay? You don't want to make yourself a target because you got to realize women generally don't be wearing a whole lot of head coverings, even the so-called black women, all right? So when you start wearing a head covering every single day, all right, all the time, and no one ever sees your hair, people are going to start asking, are you Muslim? Hey, we're going to have pork. Oh, I don't eat pork. What do you mean? So now you don't eat pork in your head cover. You can get away with not, saying you don't eat pork, but when you start being able to get a rap sheet on you, well, they don't eat pork. They're wearing a head covering. They might be one of those Hebrew Israelites. So don't. And the other thing is wearing fringes at work. What do you think you're going to wear a fringed t-shirt? Because you can't wear a fringed t-shirt because that's not how fringes worked biblically, all right? It was on a garment like the brothers use on the highways and byways teaching, a great millstone. I have to be example who the brothers are because some of these other camps, they go out and they wear fringed t-shirts. So are you going to wear a full long garment to work? A lot of them won't even allow that. Okay, that's not within dress code. So how are you going to do that? So bear in mind, there's certain things that you can do, and there's certain things that you can't necessarily. We can't keep the law perfectly here, man. Okay, so I'm not saying to not cover your hair. You women, you should be covering your hair. But if there's a situation where we're working, you might want to think about being a little bit incognito every once in a while. I'm not gonna. That's between you and the Lord. All right, but like the elders have said it, the brothers have said it. Just don't make yourself a target, man. Don't make yourself a target, all right? Don't go in there with fringe. Back when I worked at GameStop, I had a dude come in and buy 2K with full fringes on, man. Full fringes on, okay? And I asked him, I said, what camp are you from? And the guy's face was like, huh? I said, what camp are you from? And they're like, oh, and I can't remember the name. It's something the Lions of Zion or something. I can't remember, all right? Judah Lions, something, all right, or other, okay? Coming in, why are you coming in at a GameStop buying 2K with fringes on? Man, just take it off. So yeah, and it wasn't a shirt, it was an actual garment. So I'll give him props for that. Just go take it off. I've seen the brothers have to run to the bathroom on the camp videos, and what do they do? Hey, I'll be right back, brother. And they'll take it off, fold it up, and then you'll see them go off the side somewhere, and then they'll be back, and then they unfold it, put it on. You're going into games, take it off, fold it up, put it in the car. That's all you gotta do, man. All you gotta do. It's not that hard. And for you women, again, that's between you and the Lord. I'm not going to tell you to walk around head uncovered, but if you do, I'm not saying that you're not wicked for that, okay? There's just, women can't wear jeans. They're not supposed to be wearing jeans. That's a man's garment. A man can't wear what pertains to a woman, and a woman can't pertain what pertains to a man, all right? But certain jobs are going to say, hey, you need to wear khakis. All right, you can only wear, our dress code is jeans. So what are you going to do, man? All right, what are you going to do? Now, there's certain, what about if it's a job where I have to cut my beard? I'd recommend no. I would say no. I would not do it personally. All right, as Street Teacher has said in his lessons, I don't want to work no job that's going to tell me I got to cut my beard. No, thank you. No, thank you. I've had bosses try to say, hey, could you cut it? No. No, thank you. I'm good. I can trim it, but I will not cut it. I will not buzz it off. It's just, I don't do it. It's me. It's a me thing. I want it. I want to keep my beard. All right, so that's been the lesson. Give me a head with hair, laws regarding hair. All right, we touched on it. going back to, and let's close out again with John 14 and 15. Because why are we doing this? We are rehearsing the righteous acts. Why? John 14 and 15, red letter. If ye love me, keep my commandments. If you love the Lord, if you love the Father, if you love the Son, right? If you love Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, keep the commandments. All right, we're supposed to be rehearsing the righteous act. We're not gonna be able to keep them perfectly, but we can keep them to some extent, and we should at least be trying to an extent to keep the law. So if that means not, it's simple. Don't cut into your forehead like that. Just don't do it. All right, you don't need the chalk and the razor sharp. Just don't do it. It's that simple, man. Just get yourself a buzzer, throw on a 2, boot, 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 done. That's it. Boom, bam, done. Or go somewhere and tell them, I don't want you to take the clipper off. Personally, I find it much easier to just cut my hair at home. Okay? So if you can do it, I recommend it. All right, get yourself a clipper. We showed you the clippers. Trim your beard, trim your mustache. Don't buy no razors and shave your face. All right, don't do it. All right, that's it. So that's been the lesson. Give me a head with hair. Laws regarding hair. All right, and head covering. All right, and head. Well, we'll just leave it as that. We don't need to make it too long. So that's been the lesson. Lord willing, it was edifying. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh B'Hashem, Yahushai B'Hashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. Shalom to you brothers and sisters out there. Keep enduring. Keep the faith. We're almost out of here. Until next one, Lord willing. Shalom.